Christian Petrarca, Max Gawn, brilliant. Oliver helped him out a lot in the middle. But I reckon when the game was there to be won, the hardness, the clearances, the little moments, Jack Finey was just superb in the first 3 quarters in particular.
8 clearances in total. Spot on, I think, Lingy.
Gawn, and this time it goes to the Hawks, the clearance out of the middle. Numbers at the back here for Melbourne. Jeddah, May. Just kicks it straight up in the air and out in the full. Minchington.
May on.
To Warple. Best and fairest winner at the Hawks. He's outside 50. He goes inside and wide.
Big Maxi might argue that all 3 of those other players I included there only had good games because of what he did.
I wouldn't say might argue. That would be exactly what he argues.
It's like that conversation with Lee Matthews and Justin Lepich when Lepper says to Lee Matthews, "You'd be nothing without us." I'd only be player of the century.
Out of the side of the boot, but no one home. It's May back there. And goes high and wide. Fritsch in a marking contest, but Sicily too good. Called to go, James Sicily, so he gets around Fritsch and sits it to the hot spot. Almost hanging on Henderson. Mitchell's been quiet around the body. Almost Burgoyne. Minchington now taken in the Oliver tackle. Their tackling's been very, very good today, Melbourne.
Straight up, thanks, guys.
They have won the contested possession by 21, and they've out-tackled Hawthorn by 14. Usually if you dominate the possessions, the other team's getting a few tackles, but Melbourne have done it all.
Finey to lever. Here comes Jackson. Emerging young player. Smith. Day's been good. Left football, not so good. Salem. Keeps it out in front of him. Beautiful pick-up to Pickett. Nice. Slapped it wide for Langdon. Some party tricks coming out. Back to Oscar McDonald. Inside 50. Petrarca at the back. Can he keep it in? Picks it up. And the squaring ball for Fritsch is superb. Another one for the Demons.
Petrarca's in the sort of form where if you said, go and find the Loch Ness Monster, he'd find it. He could do anything right now. He had to pick off Fritsch, who was standing in between 3 Hawks, and hit him on his fingers.
The reason he can, you saw it again there, his eyes darting before he even gathers the ball. It means he's 3 steps ahead. As soon as he does gather, he's got the composure to just execute what he's already thought he's going to do.
Nice passage here by the D's. Just kept it going forward, aggressive, and Christian Petrarca involved again. And Days, we spoke about early on, his increased fitness levels means every time he's involved, he's just able to think of what he's doing next as opposed to getting to the ball already exhausted, and he's created a lot of headaches for that man today.
He's so confident with his kicking at the moment. He's sort of form where he'd put it through a window of a passing train if you asked him to. Didn't have a lot to aim at. Found Fritsch. He's got 2. Demons got 14. 48-point margin, and they've looked just so impressive. Henderson, little kick forward. Oscar McDonald, right spot. So the Demons' previous biggest score for the year was last week. 80 points against the Suns. This week, 90 with just under 4 minutes to play.
And you can argue they took on a team out of form and Hawthorn having a bit of a bad stretch. But they actually forced Hawthorn to have another bad one today. Because Hawks early on, trying to take the game on, trying to do a few things. Melbourne as an entire unit just took that completely away from the Hawks. And this bloke has led the way.
We know a bit about this team next week when they take on the Brisbane Lions on Sunday. Jackson, second game. One of these young Demons who's looking like he's enjoying his football and having an impact. Oliver, he's always had an impact as a Demon. Thought about Petrarca. Wiedemann looks interested in reeling in the football. Bennell at ground level. Jackson knew that Pickett was there. Plenty of hawks at the fall of the ball. Shields, Sicily comes through the middle. Gawn did well, knocked at the ground. Lever, Viney, Brayshaw still underneath. Came out eventually. Warple.
His kick partially smothered. Gawn in the right spot. Handball to Salem. Now Viney. He's going to get taken in a tackle. It's a good one too. Well done.
Holding the
Josh
ball.
Morris.
Up we get. Up we get. Holding the ball. Hawthorn kick.
It's just the 4th turn. Tackle count, but that was a good one from Morris.
Only in your 2nd game, you're pretty happy that you nail Jack Viney and don't get pushed off.
Gunston has it held to him by Oscar McDonald, and we'll have a ball up.
Max, Ben. Here we go.
Is this the best footy you've seen the Demons play since that final series, Lee?
Yes, yeah, last year was just awful. And I wasn't sure about them this year home, but
Push in the back,
they're just
Melbourne.
building enough. And
Luke
the footy we've
Jackson.
seen over the last 2 weeks, a lot to like.
Jackson, speaking about a lot to like, this young man just getting better and better. Vandenberg high inside forward 50. In from the side, Wiedemann. They're ticking a lot of boxes.
This is why I like the 2 talls and why I think it gives Melbourne a better look, is that that's the last 2 inside 50s now. Luke Jackson's been involved up in the middle of the ground, either taking contested mark or a free kick on that occasion. Look up and you've got the long option in Wiedemann, who's already working down to get deep inside 50. So it just encourages that more direct play that puts the defence under pressure.
Never kicked 4 in a match. Sam Wiedemann, this would be a good return for him. He's wobbled it into the post.
And really, we're only going to see the best of him probably in a couple of years' time. This is his 33rd game of footy. He's a key forward. You take longer than that. But just having him there, Days, his presence and the fact that they know they've got a target, and him and Jackson working well together even in their early stages.
Holding the ball.
They look a much better team with Wiedemann up there.
Still only 23, Wiedemann, as Mitchell looks for Gunston.
Thanks, Oscar.
Probably, well, not sure whether he can or not. From here, he's beautiful kick of the football. He looks like he thinks he can.
I would have said too far, but don't want to rule him out because he's a beautiful kick of the footy.
From about 55, he's launched the football and threaded it straight through the middle. Well done, Jack.
Afternoon for Jack Gunston. That's a blistering finish. That's a long ball. So questions for the master. We talked about it pre-match. Cameron Ling, where are they at, Hawthorn? Like, where are they legitimately at? Well, none of us really know, do we? We're sort of waiting to see whether that man at the bottom of the screen can conjure up another surge for this amazing club, or whether they've got to really reset their list.
When they lose 2 this year, they've lost comfortably, over 5 goals. And I mean, you look at Will Day and you say, yep, that's really promising for the future. We know that Sicily and O'Meara, Tommy Mitchell, all good players, very good players. But who else is coming through? And can James Warple replicate what he did last year? And are the older players, can they do what they've done so many times before, or do they have to go with the younger players? Lots of questions at the moment.
They've had a number done on them by the Melbourne Footy Club. Brayshaw to Oliver. High inside 50. Hardwick. Handball, and there's your siren. Melbourne by 43 points. Petrarca superb.
It's a grand